for the custom review. And today we'll look at the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Shattered Glass Goldbug. So here he is in his car mode. And of course, take a quick look at him. Let's take a quick look at the paints. So I did use some gray and yellow surface primer. Yet again. Man, just realized 2 videos back to back I've used those both primers. As well as some semi-gloss black for the focus. Thank you. Some yellow. Some bright red. It'll focus a little bit more. Yeah, okay. And I did remember my clear coat, unlike the last video. I remembered to grab it. But also similar to that video, that same mixture I talked about, where I mixed these 2 colors together for that shade of blue, I did use here as well. As well as some red. Some semi-gloss black. And chrome silver. It'll focus a little bit better. Thank you. So here he is in his vehicle mode, and of course this is based off of the Transformers Ascension Shattered Glass Bumblebee, which appeared, I believe, in like season 1, episode 4. I want to say, is that spoilers? It's been out for years. It's fine. We're fine. But yes, this is pretty much that same idea, except I tried to go a lot harder with the deco of like things I changed. Ultimately, this custom is still very easy, most of it, just because this is so close to Shattered Glass Goldbug's colors. I feel insane that I didn't think of it myself. I don't know if it's that or if I just had no idea this figure existed, because I completely forgot this was real. I'm going to be honest, as recording this video, I think I made this custom. I finished it, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and I randomly saw someone else do one, and I was like, oh yeah, that exists. And I was like curious how much one costs online, and then I found one on eBay for pretty cheap that I did an offer for and got it for even cheaper. So here we are. Which I do think I did a decent amount to it. I did add the beautiful Shattered Glass Autobot logo at the front, just like Goldbug has. I did repaint the wheels. I was going to do something a little bit more creative, but then I decided just to do this, just so it has just because the main flair here is the yellow, not really the wheels. I was going to do some sort of Cybertronian rim type thing, maybe a blue or a red, but I decided just to keep it earthly. I painted this little bit in there silver, which is a mix of a little bit of sculpting from the shoulder and a little bit of sculpting from the door, as well as I continued the stripes, which the yellow here I think actually does match the painted yellow on this toy pretty well, or the shades of yellow on this toy pretty well. It just doesn't quite look as well here, just because this is yellow painted on black plastic, and this is yellow painted on black paint. And then I did some taillights, just because. But yeah, this is just honestly, I just really like this figure. I handled it for a day or two before starting the custom. I just kind of want one now. I'm a sucker for a stealth Bumblebee. It is insane that the RID15 Night Ops Bumblebee was the last time we really got a decent one. Cyberverse gave us 1 or 2 in the gimmick toys. Earthspark doesn't love us enough, so this was our last one. And of course, Lord forbid Studio Series does a really cool repaint that isn't based on the movies, that isn't Bumblebee movie related. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So let's go ahead and get him into his robot mode. And here in robot mode, the deco just screams at you, man. The explosion of yellow from this robot is just ridiculous. We go from a mostly black vehicle with just the yellow stripes poking through to just the yellow and black are fighting for dominance. I looking at this, it's black is probably technically the primary color, but I'd argue there's more yellow than black just on the robot alone. But here he is, and he does look very nice. The legs here, I wanted to emulate Shattered Glass Goldbug's deco a lot more with this, So that was mainly the goal with this robo mode. Like the legs are, for example, I masked off to where just this middle section would be yellow and kept the black vents. The feet were kept the same. Then I painted the kneecaps blue. A little bit, it pops so hard. Let's move up here on the body. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. The only downside of these shoulders is there's like almost always a shadow on this head because the shoulders are so massive. Let me get the torso here. So this is the spray painted yellow, and that's the regular official like painted yellow it came with. And seriously, they're just really, that's just really close matching. Like, I was just surprised at how well it matched. Like it's the same yellow I used on my Shatterglass IDW Shockwave. So I like compared it with that and realized just how similar they were, and it works pretty well. Painted some silver there, then the little bits of blue in there. And then, of course, the head, which is the only difficult part of this entire custom. Like seriously, everything else I did, like, so quickly. Like, it's stupidly easy. The head took a hot minute. Should I, like... Can I angle the arms to where I can get some light? We just... Ooh. Anyway. But yes, this is the same head the figure came with, except I took some clay and like completely covered his face, and then I had to paint the details. I was not able to like do like rounded bits over where the eyes should be to have like a reference. I had to. This is a flat surface. I had to completely just hand paint it. It took so long to get everything like balanced and not looking totally horrible, which it isn't like perfectly symmetrical, but it's very close. And I think it is close enough. Let's get his arms back out of his freaking body. He just looked like he was getting arrested or something. Or he's just... maybe it's like that G1 episode where they're all having issues like transforming. That's him. He was just stuck with his shoulders and his body. But to get a couple of comparisons here he is with the Bakan Shatterglass Goldbug, which, like I previously mentioned, is what I used for reference for this. But you can see where a lot of the details come from. With them side by side, the blue knees, the primarily black legs, little bits of yellow there on the sides. Now, technically, I could have done this accurately. It is sort of insane how many details line up. A little bit of blue in the collar. There is space where I could have done that around the head. These bits being silver, I could have painted those silver. But I decided to omit them just because I figured it'd make it a little bit easier for playability, because I figured these would like scratch up if I fully painted them. So I left it to where it was the other details I knew the windshields don't even touch in the alt mode. So this is a very, very playable and transformable custom. The only small thing you have to worry about is like the head when you're transforming it, which even then it's just as long as you do it the exact proper way, it's fine. And then the stripes, I'm a little bit worried about the edges of them and the shoulders bumping into each other, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But everything else in this is literally made to be playable. Like, I've transformed this thing probably 4 or 5 times after finishing it because I love how it looks. And then for a fun one, here he is with Broken Mirror Bumblebee, before he died. Is that a spoiler? Should I care? Like, wait, it's a few years old. I think it's fine, right? I think we're good. And then just for funsies, let's bring in the Shatterglass Jazz we talked about previously. Just because I think they look really nice together. And then because I got one in yesterday and I just finished doing a little bit of paint work on it, here's that Shatterglass S&D Optimus. I don't know what his name is. Got it for a pretty sweet deal from a friend. And I changed around a couple of details, make it a little bit better. Yeah, I kind of like how these three look. I actually, when I got it, it was like the day after I finished Goldbug, and I put them together, and I was like, these kind of work stylistically. Like, it's kind of funny. But yeah, that's just showing off. Now, this is sort of made to also be like an alternative to the official Goldbug. If you don't like that one, and if Hasbro sucks and does not make Legacy Hotshot or Legacy Cybertron Hotshot into Shadow Glass Goldbug next year. I did not expect it this year at all, but I demand it next year. Come on, Goldbug and Starscream 2-pack. Please, Hasbro, I beg of you. I'll be in your debt for like the rest of the year after you announce that. I won't talk bad about Studio Series 86 on Twitter, maybe. But yeah. Like I said, this is mostly an easy custom. It's just the head that's a bit of a pain. I did get an idea from someone about head swapping Fall of Cybertron Brawl, which I think that could be a decent alternative to adding clay and praying. So, if you want to try to make it, like I said, it's pretty easy. At least for me. Now, I didn't want to use the sword he came with because that thing's dumb, and I think everyone agrees it just is dumb with Bumblebee. When did he use a sword? But anyways, what I realized is that the Studio Series Bumblebee gun, which I just have a spare of, is a perfect fit for his hand. Like how it works on the regular ones. You can have like a little arm blaster just like that Bumblebee, which I think is really cool. And then I gave him a blue Legacy axe, because I think the blue axe just works here. I like it. I like the look. Nice little combo. But yeah, there you go. Now we'll cut to him not holding the weapons. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So, please be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Twitter pages, links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.